Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos is well on her way to finding love again. She has some incredible men who are getting to know her better. One of those men is Chock Chapel from Wichita, Kansas. He was the lucky man who also got the first one-on-one date with Joan. They had a blast together at Disneyland. Things between seemed to be great, but now for the upcoming episode preview, it looks like Chock leaves. What happens? Keep reading to find out all the spoilers. Warning: spoilers for this season of the Golden Bachelorette ahead. Does Golden Bachelorette contestant Chock Chapel leave? There's an explosive episode ahead for Joan Vassos on the Golden Bachelorette. Previews for this Wednesday night show the men with special guest Kaitlyn Bristowe in Las Vegas. The men on the group date will be taking it all off for a good cause. The men will act as Chippendale dancers to raise money for cancer research. However, it is not the strip show that has everyone talking. It's the part where Chock Chapel says he is leaving. He is seen in the preview saying it's a fear of his, and he doesn't know if he can do this. It shows him telling the other men he is going to leave. Chock also tells Joan he appreciates her more than she will ever know. He then gets into a waiting SUV. Is that the last of Chock? According to spoiler guru Reality Steve, it is not the last fans will see of Chock. Steve revealed on his daily podcast that he does not know exactly what happened that led to this departure. Now, in a new preview, it seems Chock has to leave for a family emergency. His mother has stage 4 cancer, and something happens that leads him to return to her. Joan says in the preview that if he doesn't come back, it will change everything for her. The good news is that he will be back. There are scenes in Tahiti that clearly show Chock there. The only ones who went to Tahiti are the final 3. Therefore, whatever happens isn't permanent, as Chock does go to the fantasy suites with Joan Vassos. Do not read if you do not want to know how far Chock makes it. Reality Steve released final rose ceremony spoilers for Joan Vassos' season of the Golden Bachelorette. At first, he had it wrong. However, he found the correct information about who Joan chooses. According to Steve, Joan chooses to give her final rose to Chock Chapel at the end of her journey. While Steve is unsure if they got engaged, he is leaning more toward believing they did. He said he's heard rumblings that indicate an engagement happened. Steve also revealed that Chock and Joan are still a couple today. So what happens that nearly costs Chock the potential love of his life? Stay tuned for more updates. The journey to find love on the Golden Bachelorette is heating up, and fans of the show are buzzing with excitement about whether Joan Vassos will find her perfect match. Joan, in her 60s and full of life, has captivated viewers as she embarks on this journey to rediscover romance. One contestant who has particularly caught her eye, and the audience's, is Chock Chapel from Wichita, Kansas. Chock earned the first one-on-one date with Joan, and the two shared an unforgettable experience at Disneyland. Their chemistry seemed undeniable, but now, shocking developments in the upcoming episode teaser suggest that Chock may be leaving the show. Fans everywhere are left wondering, does Chock actually go home this week? What could cause him to walk away from Joan, who he's clearly formed a strong connection with? If you're eager to know the latest spoilers, keep reading for all the details. Warning: spoilers ahead for this season of the Golden Bachelorette. The upcoming episode of the Golden Bachelorette promises to be explosive, with dramatic twists that could change the course of Joan's journey. According to previews, Joan and the men are heading to Las Vegas, where a fun group date awaits. With special guest and Bachelorette alum Kaitlyn Bristowe, the men are said to participate in a charity event, performing as Chippendale dancers to raise money for cancer research. While the idea of a striptease for a good cause has everyone talking, it's the unexpected news about Chock Chapel that's stealing the spotlight. In the teaser, Chock is seen wrestling with an internal struggle. He confides in the other men that he's unsure if he can continue on this journey, citing fear as one of the reasons he's considering leaving. Fans watch as Chock expresses his gratitude to Joan, telling her how much he appreciates her before getting into a waiting SUV, seemingly preparing to exit the competition. Chock's sudden departure leaves viewers with more questions than answers. What's driving him to leave at such a critical point in the competition? Is this truly the end of Chock and Joan's story, or could there be more to the narrative? While Chock's exit from the show seems to be tied to his personal fears and struggles, it appears that there's more going on behind the scenes. According to the ultimate spoiler source, Reality Steve, Chock's departure is not due to a simple case of cold feet or second thoughts about his relationship with Joan. Instead, Steve revealed on his podcast that Chock leaves the show to tend to a serious family emergency, his mother's battle with stage 4 cancer. Chock, who is incredibly close with his family, learns of a health emergency involving his mother, which forces him to step away from the competition temporarily. Fans who have watched Chock and Joan's connection grow will be relieved to know that this departure isn't a result of issues between the two. Instead, it's a heart-wrenching decision made in the face of a family crisis. In the preview, Joan is seen grappling with the impact of Chock's exit, emotionally stating, "If he doesn't come back, it will change everything for me." Her heartfelt reaction reflects just how much she cares for Chock, and fans can sense the gravity of the situation. For viewers who are invested in Chock and Joan's blossoming romance, there's good news. Chock's departure isn't permanent. While the teaser shows him leaving, it's not the last time we'll see him. Reality Steve has confirmed that Chock does return to the show after his brief absence to attend to his family. In fact, spoiler footage from later in the season shows Chock in Tahiti, which means he makes it to the fantasy suites, an indication that his relationship with Joan is one of the strongest on the show. The final 3 contestants get to spend a romantic getaway in the picturesque setting of Tahiti, and Chock is one of them. For those who want to know how far Chock makes it in the Golden Bachelorette, Reality Steve has revealed some tantalizing details. Initially, Steve wasn't certain about the final outcome, but more recent spoilers have confirmed that Chock makes it all the way to the final rose ceremony. Joan ultimately chooses Chock as the man she wants to spend her life with. While there's no official confirmation yet about whether the two got engaged, Steve's sources suggest that an engagement did, in fact, take place. Rumors have circulated indicating that Joan and Chock are still together and going strong even after filming has wrapped. Chock's unexpected exit for a family emergency adds a layer of complexity to his storyline, but it also highlights the depth of his character and his priorities. Stepping away from a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be with his ailing mother is a testament to his love and dedication to family, traits that Joan undoubtedly admires. This detour in their love story also provides an opportunity for viewers to see just how resilient the connection between Joan and Chock truly is. Even with the temporary separation, their bond appears strong enough to endure the challenges life throws at them. As fans eagerly await the upcoming episodes, many are already placing their bets on Chock being the one Joan chooses in the end. While there's always room for surprises in reality television, all signs point to Chock making it to the final rose ceremony and beyond. His sincerity, his shared values with Joan, and their undeniable chemistry make him a top contender for her heart. With Chock making it to the final 3 and ultimately being Joan's choice for the final rose, fans are left wondering what the future holds for the couple. Will they tie the knot and spend the rest of their golden years together? For now, the answer remains a mystery, but the Golden Bachelorette has done an excellent job of showing how love can bloom at any stage of life. Joan, who has been open about her desire for a second chance at love, may have found her perfect match in Chock, a man who seems to complement her in all the right ways. Viewers will have to tune in to find out how their journey unfolds, but the heartwarming, and at times, emotional moments between Joan and Chock have already solidified them as a fan-favorite couple. Whether or not they get engaged on the show, their relationship seems poised for a lasting future filled with love, adventure, and mutual support. The twists and turns of the Golden Bachelorette have kept fans on the edge of their seats, and the latest episode promises to be no different. Chock Chapel's temporary departure from the show adds a layer of emotional complexity to the story, but his eventual return and journey to the final three suggest that his connection with Joan is stronger than ever. As Joan Vassos nears the end of her journey to find love again, it's clear that she has found something special in Chock. While viewers will have to wait to see the final outcome, all signs point to a fairy tale ending for this golden couple, whether they're navigating personal challenges or celebrating the joys of life.